Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. An employers group says that only 10% of the labor market will benefit from a possible minimum wage hike. Employers Confederation of the Philippines President Sergio Ortiz Luis told One Balita Pilipinas that the majority of the labor force still belongs to the informal sector. These are workers who don't have an employer-employee relationship, such as tricycle drivers, farmers, and vendors.
Ang formal sector, yun ang under the auspices ng DOLE. Ilan naman persento yung mga out of the 44 million yung formal sector, yung apektado ng paggalaw ng minimum wage, 16% lang. At yung 16% na yun, hindi minimum wage earners lahat yun. Yung minimum wage earner dyan, estimate namin, siguro mga 10%.
Ortiz Luis also noted that around 90% of businesses across the country are micro-enterprises. He said these businesses may not have the means to comply with the proposed wage hike.
Yung micro natin, 90%, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, kalahati niya nagsara. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nagbubukas yung iba. At meron pa rin habang humahaba, nagsasara pa rin. Ang sinasabi namin, no way na kaya magtaas na sweldo yung mga yan. Pero magtaas yan, lugin-lugin na yung mga yan.
In other news, the ongoing Russian invasion of the Ukraine has brought new challenges to global food security. How does this all affect the Philippines? Camille Samonte answers that in this report.
The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia has heavily impacted the global market. Now, it also poses a threat to the country's food security. With the consecutive oil price hikes, the Agriculture Department said record high fuel prices will curtail not only the logistics, but also the processing of agricultural products in the country.
Number 2 supplier ng oil ang Russia sa buong mundo. Naramdam naman natin ngayon na patuloy na tumataas ang presyo ng gasolina at ang gasolina ay importante sa bukirin at importante rin sa movement, sa logistics ng ating agricultural products at doon mismo rin sa processing nito.
Aside from these, both Russia and Ukraine are two of the main sources of grain, fertilizer, and energy globally. In fact, Russia is a major exporter of fertilizers, which are essential for farmers to hit their production targets for crops. With these, the government is now coordinating with the ASEAN countries to ensure enough supply. The DA is also eyeing to increase the local supply of fertilizers as an alternative.
Patuloy yung pakikipag-ugnayan natin una doon sa ating mga bilateral talks sa iba-ibang bansa. Pangalawa, yung konsepto ng balanced fertilization, yung mix ng inorganic, organic at saka biostimulants ay matagal na naman itong sinisimulan at pinapalakas na lang ng department.
The government has allotted 20 billion pesos for the Plant program that aims to boost local food production. As for the rice supply, the DA assured the public that the country still has enough. He added that over 20 million metric tons of rice will be produced by the end of 2022. With these, some 3.5 million metric tons will be in the ending inventory that will last for 96 days. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Stay with us here on One News. still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. World number 5 pole vaulter EJ Obiena will miss the World Indoor Championships in Serbia after his mother organization PATAFA failed to endorse him for the games. Marty Bautista with the story.
The country won't be seeing its flag in the biggest stage for men's pole vaulting, at least for now. Pinoy pride and Asia's number 1 pole vaulter EJ Obiena will not make it to the World Indoor Championships in Belgrade, scheduled for March 18, due to Philippine Athletics Track and Field Association or PATAFA's non-endorsement.
It's hard because as an athlete, I think everybody would agree with me that, qualifying for some competitions is hard enough. I've been there, worked hard, missed the qualification. It's painful. It's all that work, you feel like, all that work is for nothing. I never know if that will be the meet that I'm going to jump high, if that's going to be the gun. That's up in the air, and not for the reasons that I believe is fair. Not for me, for the country. It's a shame, at least in my opinion.
Obiena revealed that despite agreeing to the mediation process, his request to participate in upcoming competitions was denied by PATAFA.
I wrote them an intent letter, just to show that, my interest to represent the country, on behalf of that, to represent them as well, PATAFA. Sadly, the reply I got was not much of a friendly response. Let's just put it at that. I don't understand it.
The Tondo-born athlete currently cleared the height of 5.91 meters in the 2022 Perche Elite Tour at Rouen, France, and stands in the top 5 ranking for men's pole vault. PATAFA did not only refuse to endorse his name for the World Indoor Championships, but also for the upcoming 31st Southeast Asian Games in Hanoi, Vietnam. Through the assistance of the Philippine Olympic Committee, Obiena had recently been allowed to compete for the SEA Games, the only positive news coming from the situation. Obiena refused to disclose details regarding the ongoing mediation process between him and PATAFA, but he hopes that the issues can soon be resolved so he can play under the flag once again. For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The Philippines has issued a deployment ban to Ukraine amid its ongoing conflict with Russia. Meanwhile, repatriated Filipinos from Ukraine will receive $200 in financial assistance from the government. The Health Department confirms that Sinovac has been given emergency use authorization for children aged 6 and up. The DOH says it will issue implementing guidelines before rolling out Sinovac alongside Pfizer vaccines for pediatric inoculations. The Trade Union Congress of the Philippines has filed a petition to increase the minimum wage in Metro Manila by 470 pesos. The Labor Department's wage board told Radyo 5 that it will take at least 45 days to deliberate over the petition. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.